Chris Pollard line. You saved me a fortune on my weekend food delivery.
This the only show that lets me be on top of what's happening in my community. Purge your mother's vegetable patch. It's time for Chris Pollard line.
Thank you for my new dishwasher, Chris Pollard line.
Chris Pollard Live, thank you for keeping me to date with what's happening in our villages and areas of interest.
By good God Almighty, the corruption and inequality that we face today must be destroyed. But only one radio show has the power to do so. Thank you for healing the nation. Chris Pollard Live.
This is a certified hood classic.
Alright, whoa, volume. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Welcome back, my very dear friend, to a quite unstable edition of Chris Pollard Live. A life jacket in the heavy seas of the cost of living crisis, and this year's sponsor of the 2022 Mint Imperial Championships. Thank you very much. We're broadcasting live tonight, once again here from the Chris Pollard Live Community Contact Centre on DAB Radio online and in full fat video at mixcloud.com/live/Durham on air. There's still 2 hours to get there. As usual, I hope to spend this next 2 hours thumbing through the pressing topics of our time, handing over some advice, and giving a darn thorough fingering to those politicians responsible for the state of affairs that we find ourselves in today. Before we can, however, get on with all of that fingering, fist waving and pointing, we must first thank the show's ever so cooperative sponsors, and they are tonight. Lose weight this summer and look effortless, cool and rugged while doing it by visiting us here at Norman's Tapeworms, Tobacco and Torture. Side effects of all three of our treatments may include slow, unnecessary death. We are sponsored by Jerry Halliwell's Pens to Write Rude Words With, available in WH Smith's and online at Amazon, and we are also sponsored, as always, by the flatulent feet of Marcus Watermelon. Musically, we've got a bubbling pot of flavours to provide for you here tonight. We've got The Fall, Egg Hunt, Proto Martyr, The Detroit Cobras, The Residents. It's a whole absolute guitar smashing thunderous episode here tonight. And all of which of this, of course, is going to be accompanied by your weekly guide to self and local improvement right here from the studio on tonight's programme. Because on tonight's programme, a last-minute scheduling error on the part of our guest for tonight means we cannot bring you our as-advertised competition, Who's Throwing Frozen Mars Bars at Richard Hammond Full Whack. As we are no longer playing, I'll just let you know the answer to that question was me. Instead, I'm hoping to be speaking via Zoom call, one-on-one, with County Durham's very own celebrity dentist to the stars, Velwick Buffalo. Also to come tonight, a permanent cure for hay fever or another internet hoax. I'm going to be microwaving my iPhone to find out if this new study on Twitter is indeed legitimate. All that and much more on Britain's foremost peeler of satsumas. It's Chris Pollard Live. Chris Pollard Live. Don't call in, we don't have a phone line.
Come on!
Yes, welcome back to Chris Pollard Live, society's inbuilt antivirus software. There was Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds with Come Into My Sleep, and at the start of the show, you heard the classic Down in the Tube Station at Midnight by The Jam. Still to come on tonight's programme, would it still be naive to give every Boy Scout in the UK a Stanley knife? No, I don't know. We'll be discussing that hot topic which once again seems to be just dominating the 24-hour news cycle. I'm going to give you plenty of time to think about that one before contributing. But right now here on the show, it's time for the first time tonight to be in with a chance to win a star prize and to answer a completely different question entirely. Which question? It's the big question, of course. And the big question, well, I should say, of course, first, as always, the best submission to tonight's Big Question, Big Prize will be in with a chance to win our Big Question, Big Prize. I can now proudly reveal that tonight's Big Prize is a 30-day free trial to online streaming service Lawn Mowing Classics Direct. Over 4 of the world's greatest lawn mowing, TV and cinema epics of all time. Your big question tonight, which I would love to hear your answers to: who keeps setting fire to my garden decorations? Not only will the best answer to the big question win tonight's Big Question, Big Prize, but any incriminating evidence that you can include will also win you a bonus jackpot prize of up to £10 from my own wallet. It will mainly be in coins though, thinking about it. In fact, it'll all be in coins because I've got a 5 in there, but my granddad gave me that, and I don't morally think I should be giving that away if it was a gift to me. So yes, the big question tonight: who in the flaming glory keeps setting fire to all my garden ornaments because it's getting expensive to replace them? To help me out with the big question tonight, please text studio plus your anonymous tip-off to 88802. You can email studio@durhamonair.com. You can tweet at Durham on Air. However, we need to get them rolling in. It's getting dark out there. But right now, however, I was going to say, it's time to get ready to plan a night out in the near future as we peruse the County Durham ticket booth. Yes, this is the ticket booth. It's your one-stop shop for upcoming gigs, events and wet t-shirt competitions in your County Durham. First up, if you're a fan of the show, you're going to be all too familiar with the funky work of Clockwork IBS. The rapper, the renowned gluten disowner, he reached fame in 2006 with his one-hit wonder, Rennie's in My Pocket. He's set to perform his first ever show here in County Durham next Saturday at the Seaham Tiny Dome. The tickets are running out, but that's due to the venue only being big enough to have 7 people in it at any one time. If you want to know more about that gig, ring my dad. If you want to get down to Sunderland, and this Friday evening isn't off the cards right now, why not get your dancing shoes on and get down to the Flambéed Tortoise? I know it's quite an upmarket cocktail bar, it is quite renowned for its prices, but performing in there that night with an intimate vinyl set is none other than legendary beat doctor DJ Wisdom Teeth. His set's penciled in to start at midnight, but get there early to guarantee you can get a spot on the dance floor and you can enjoy that tremendous support act on the night, the beatboxer and bigoted sleight of hand magician Michael Gove. Finally, if you want to jump into a mosh pit over the weekend, emerging punk outfit Death Via Croissant will be packing out their stand-up ex-submariners working men's club. Please bring along proof of your previous submarine travel, employment or experience. It's time for some music before we return with more of that community content that just about makes your toes curl, doesn't it? And when we return, if you're watching on video, the camera will get even closer this time. It is time for The Spits with All I Want. It's only 1 minute 20 because we've got some adverts to listen to, but it's some hardcore from is it? I'm not sure if this is the one I'm thinking it is. It's 1 minute 20. It's Fast and Furious, and I will see you after it.
still to come on tonight's show. I don't know, this is a pre-recorded jingle.
Welcome back to Chris Pollard Live, where in my world, John Travolta didn't get away with it all. Still to come later on tonight's programme, the humble apricot, friend, foe, or mere flight of fancy. I'll be taking your thoughts on that topic. There was The Fall with Dedication, Not Medication, from a sublingual tablet. Fantastic. I love it. Very raw, very in your face sounding. We're still tonight, of course, also looking for answers for your big question, which was, of course, who in the Begorra keeps setting fire to my garden ornaments / decorations. We've had a couple of answers come through quite early doors. Via text, Sophie B says it's not me. Via Twitter, Sophie22 says I haven't got a clue. And another volunteer says they haven't spoken to their family in years. Thank you for those submissions. Keep them rolling in, and the best tonight, of course, in with a chance to, let's have a look here. What was the prize? Of course, yes, it's a 30-day free trial to online streaming service Lawn Mowing Classic Direct. How rude of me. Sorry, they did pay me to say that. What we need to do now, though, is just to head over and see what's been happening since we last spoke in the world of sport.
World of sport.
Because in football, the new season is underway, and already dominating back-page headlines is the again frustrating start to the campaign by former Titans Darlington Colliery FC. They were beaten in both opening fixtures to Red Bull Stockton-upon-Tees and the Screwfix Classic 11. Some fans have already voiced a lot of concern about the tactical decisions and style of play under their new manager Bernie Rumprost. Also in sport, the Benidorm stage of this year's Formula 1 season has been postponed until October. The organisers today confirmed for the first time that, as rumoured, the race was moved to not clash with this year's Benidorm Festival of Elderly Erotic Magicians, headlined as always by notorious flag puller and lightbulb turner-honor Noel Edmonds. Finally, in tragic sports news, however, we this week had to bid a fond farewell to horse racing legend, philanthropist and television personality Cucumbers Prakash. 4-time winner of what was then the Shredded Wheat Championship, but is now known as Cheltenham Festival's Cocoa Pop Cup. He was the one-time winner of Channel 4's Celebrity Smash Your Own Head In With Your Own Car Door. He leaves behind a legacy and an iguana called Preston. His kids were sadly never conceived to begin with, and he leaves no children. If you were personally affected by this story or the manner in which I delivered it, or indeed, like Cucumbers himself, you have recently been struggling with a hard crossword, please feel free to text me 888 Studio Plus your misery to 88802, and I will post your concerns, thoughts, requests and personal issues onto my Facebook group, Britain's Radio Listeners Exposed. You might get famous. There's a lot of money in being stupid on the internet, apparently. I'm still trying to find out who sorts that out, though, you know? It's time for McRad. Here's Weakness. Chris Pollard Live, a lifeline for those with limescale. Under Umla. Cplc. Welcome back to Chris Pollard Live. There was McRad with Weakness from 1986. Our next song, also following that sort of American punk flavour, coming up from 1989. But look at the time, it's 25 to 10 already, which of course this weekly 25 to 10 sponsor is Kingsmill Already Off. It's already gone off. You're listening to Chris Pollard Live. Welcome back, and also congratulations to anyone out there who was eating a wagon wheel during that last song. Wonderful touch. We've got some more answers through to your big question tonight, which was who the heck keeps setting fire to everything in my garden? Tony Baxwell has emailed here to say the best way to deter garden arsonists is to move to a houseboat in the middle of the North Sea. Judy has also emailed in to say, I haven't got any leads for your suspect, but last week somebody attempted to burn off my wig on the bus. But thankfully, as the bus was pulling into a stop, the brakes were applied sharply and it only managed to singe my fringe. I will say the suspect looked a hell of a lot like Chris Tarrant. Bill has texted in to say, this might sound bizarre, but you may be looking for Chris Tarrant. He has a history in this area and it wouldn't surprise me if he was back to his old tricks again. That is very interesting. Oh, and again, incredible. A text has just come in from Colin. Does he look like Chris Tarrant? I mean, a fantastic breakthrough there. It looks like we're narrowing the search down quite drastically. I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of the criminal the other day when he was performing his last burning in my garden. But what I did notice, actually, as he was climbing over the fence, something did fall out of his pocket. And I couldn't see it on the floor because the flames were growing to such a height. But when it had melted and the flames had calmed down, it did look, I'm not sure whether it looked like a phone a friend or an ask the audience. But you know, that's just a 50-50, I don't know for sure. Well, clamp my eyelids, it's time for your top 5. Top 5 viral clips of the year so far. Number 5, Jeremy Corbyn chased by right-wing swans. Number 4, Epic Radish compilation 2022. Number 3, Pierce Brosnan admits he cheated at golf once. We've run out of time. Number 2 is dog trips over owner's kidney stones. And number 1, let's play the song just to build up number 1. There's nothing in that. Big sweaty mum does 28 backflips. Chris Pollard Live. Cottage cheese. Welcome back to the show, you cheeky scamp. It's Chris Pollard Live, sticking both hands into the bathroom drain of life and pulling out enough community guidance to make a 70s wig. We have no time to wait for that third Nutty Professor film, because right now it's time to make some electric blankets unnecessary in our connection section. I should first say there was Treason by Naked Raygun. Fantastic. 1989 from Understand, a great album. The dog wants to come up. We have ourselves a new participant, the dog. Yes, it's time to enter the Love Shack of radio. It's the connection section. The connection section. Oh. Yes, welcome here to the Connection section, where we hope to find a pairing of any two broken hearts out there. Failing that, just a bit of casual how's your grandma on the weekends. If you want to submit your particulars to our 100% non-anonymous love line, please text studio plus your information to 88802. You can tweet at Durham On Air. You can indeed email studio@durhamonair.com. But this week's submissions in the Connection section are as follows. Buxom blonde, long-legged, big-chested, right wing-back Darren seeks a woman who loves football, or one that can at least drive him to and from training. I would love you to have one of those cars that can have like 4 or 5 or even 6 CDs in the boot at once, so you don't have to change them over unless you're going on a really long drive that needs 7 CDs. Also in the Connection section, librarian, but louder than a foghorn in a phone box after a few cocktails, 32-year-old and fresh on the market after recent divorce to undeserving fish merchant Darren Cleghorn. Seeking companionship, dates and maybe more with an over 35-year-old, professional, well-dressed, wealthy. One sec, let me move the dog, because he has just he has just scrolled down on the submissions that have been given to me here, and it's only right that I read them out for the benefit of those looking for love. Seeking, right? We'll do that. Okay, we've done that one. I'm sorry if you can't find them. Come on, babe. Let's stop doing that, eh? Let's leave that here. A packet of beef on the desk. That's the culprit. It's the packet of beef. There's the packet and there's the beef. Finally, here on your Connection section, 47-year-old, smooth, rich, extra mature, creamy, cheesy, and a chap with a love of cheese and cheese-related puns, simile, and metaphor. You may find me great company, and let me treat you like you're a human camembert in my fondue of fun, in brackets, garage. Ex-wife says I am an attentive lover and kind at heart, but she had to have left due to a cheese-related incident. I can't read that out. I've just read the details. I can't read that out. But I am finally ready to share my baby Belle once more. So if you can get in touch, if you want to satisfy any of those 3 lonely hearts, tonight is the perfect night to do so here on the Chris Pollard Live Connection section. When we return after this next advertisement break, we are going to be perusing some more stuff. Proper style.
Yo, what up? This your boy. You're listening to Chris Pollard Live, and I gotta tell you, I love licorice.
Welcome back to Chris Pollard Live. A foot in the door on your way to Colchester Cathedral. There was Proto-Martyr with A Private Understanding from 2017's Relatives in Descent. I hope you enjoyed that. And before the ad break, you heard Midnight Blues by the Detroit Cobras. I kind of hope you enjoyed that as well. Still to come later on tonight, we've got our personal, intimate deep dive into the work of Sainsbury Cleach, artist, sculptor and Pokemon Go champion. Also to come later, also our weekly show tune feature. Listen to how god-awful this song is. Thanks for your constant also. Thanks for your constant also. Also thanks for your constant ongoing support regarding my recent public statements regarding the shelf life of feta cheese. I was ignorant. I should have known better. Now I do know better. And the very least that I can give you, my good friend, in return for that outburst is your... Well, we'll do it about 90 seconds early, but it's time for your 10 p.m. Durham on Air, Chris Pollard Live, Traffic and Travel.
Chris Pollard Live, Traffic and Travel.
And in your traffic and travel, we have a bulletin that the police have temporarily closed the Junction 34 slip road southbound on the M35. They have done this so they can use the flat bit at the bottom of the slip road to play a game of table tennis. They have advised nearby drivers if they have any spare balls, please drop them off, because the ones they have keep getting blown into a busy motorway. It's time for a song by Margot Gurian. His California Shake. I really like this, so you will too, I'm sure. We've got very similar tastes, you and me. Wait, where's it gone? Oh, right, we're having a bit of a nightmare there. Here is Margot Gurian with California Shake, as previously advertised.
This is Chris Pollard Live.
Radio for Wasps. Alrighty then, welcome back to Chris Pollard Live. I've been reading your text, I've been reading your submissions, I've been reading your tip-offs as we're joined here as my dog tries to find its way through a bag of beef jerky. What the dog doesn't know is I've eaten all the jerky. You're licking tinfoil, you've got no chance. Yes, as I was just mentioning there, I've been receiving your texts, your emails, your tweets and all other forms of communication through regarding tonight's big question, which was of course, who in the name of Jehovah has been setting fire to all my garden ornaments and decorations during the recent nice weather. And it's looking like the man who I need to apprehend is indeed Chris Tarrant. So if you know where he is for further questioning, you may be in with a chance to win another big question, big prize. Where's Tarrant? New big question. But it's time, not only are we going to be awarding prizes to people who can reward us with information of Tarrant's whereabouts, it's time for you to be with the chance to win another star prize here on Chris Pollard Live as we play the second ever round of Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous.
Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous.
Yes, this is the new hit format segment sweeping this show. Last week we played the first ever edition of Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous, where we followed 3 A-list stars in their local grocery outlets to see what's filling the baskets of our most beloved public image icons. To play Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous, it is quite simple. We're going to be revealing those top 5 items in the basket, and all you need to do at home is tell us which 3 celebrities we have spied on illegally this week. To play along, please text studio plus your message, your answer to 88802. You can of course email studio@durhamonair.com, and you can tweet @DurhamOnAir. And all you have to do, as I've just said 30 seconds ago, is tell us the 3 celebrities who have been shopping this week on Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous. Our first celebrity, Celebrity A, has in their basket canned cuttlefish, a stainless steel raisin peeler, some size 5 slippers, pink, adorned with pictures of cartoon World War II soldiers, dog jewellery, and finally a pack of 24 pre-lit cigarettes. Who could that be? Speaking of B, it's time to move on to Celebrity B, who has in their basket 2 packs of edible baby wipes, Häagen-Dazs ice cream, flavour none of your business, pal, some countersunk screws, various sizes, a Richard Hammond cardboard face mask, and indeed a Richard Hammond replica shoe pair 2. Who could celebrity B? B. And now move on to C. Who could celebrity C be? Their top 5 items in the basket were, coming in at number 1, tattooed eggshells, half dozen. A replacement filter for a DIY petrol siphoning device. Number 3, enemy coordinates. The Andy McNabb novel, How to Eat a Penguin Bar Really Quickly. And penguin bars, 18 boxes of. Who could celebrity C be? All those celebrities there, you need to name all 3. I will not accept 2. To be in with a chance to win tonight's super secret Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous Star Prize, which will be revealed after this next song, because I haven't decided what it is yet. I'm not going through all of the items again, so I hope you were paying attention. Get those entries over. Studio plus your entries to 88802. Email studio@durhamonair.com. And you can tweet at Durham on Air. It's 1:15 already, can you believe it? Wowzers in those trousers. It's time for an ad break. I'm ever so sorry, it feels like only yesterday we were enjoying that last ad break together. But here's Can with I'm So Green from 1972. I'll see you right back after this on Chris Pollard.
Chris Pollard Live. It ain't over till the Bovril's bubbling.
Captain, there is a Chris Pollard live on the radar. It's also on DAB and online radio. What's dear Captain?
One step beyond.
Yes, welcome back to Chris Pollard Live. It's Wednesday night, my dudes, and we're here until 11 p.m. as always, providing you with a hearty dose of communal guidelines. But no red tape. We're not Brussels. You've just heard We All Fall Down by Egg Hunt, a beautiful hardcore tune there from 1986. We've really been hammering out the 80s hardcore and punk tonight. I don't know why it seems to have taken over the show. Maybe blame Spotify for that. Also, before that, you heard Can with I'm So Green, classic krautrock pioneers, 1972 there. And we've still got a tune on the way from Queens of the Stone Age. We've got one from The Residents. Did I not already play that? Obviously not. I think I've got them confused with the Midnight Cobras. And we've got one from CKY, one from my old skateboarding days. Isn't that unbearable to hear? We've also still got quite a bit to get through here within regards to your communal guideline content and societal improvement. And let's just get right on with it instead of me just trying to jibber jabber on. As we reveal some of tomorrow's scandals today, more specifically one.
Tomorrow's scandals today.
Because one particular scandal is set to break next week in the Barnard Castle region. And it's one that I'm sure is going to send shockwaves through the community. One that I'm going to be bringing to you here exclusively for the first time a couple of weeks early on Chris Pollard Live, due to an email I received not 4 hours ago. And this scandal in particular concerns a highly respected and long-time contributing member of the parish council, Primrose Shuttlecock. Yes, for elderly old Primrose has been, and with plenty of documented evidence to support the fact, which I've also received, she has been neglecting to pick up her dog's foul mess for 4 months now. I mean, think about it. £60 a turd, fine-wise, 2 turds a day, 4 months, 30 days in a month. You do the maths. I can't because I'm stupid. But it's got to be a lot of money that our council could have received, and we'd have a lot less dog poo infecting the eyes of our youth. I mean, understandably, yes, her scones used to be the envy of the town. But hopefully now she can expect to be peering through her blinds every day, hoping that those young rapscallions don't come and throw dog poo at her veneer blinds anymore. And that's what you deserve, Primrose. And I don't care whether or not, you know, you've lost both your arms and your dog. Dog mess is no laughing matter. It's poisonous, it's stinky, and it's awful. That's one of tomorrow's scandals, broken right here, today, on Chris Pollard Live. If you have a breaking scandal of your own, please do get that over to us. studio@durhamonair.com is the email address that you're going to need. You can tweet at Durham On Air. If you have a scandal under 260 characters, you can text studio plus your scandal to 88802 if you're an idiot and you actually want to spend money. I don't know, it might be free phone. I don't know the inner machinations of our text line, our phone line. All I know is scandals are what we do best here on Chris Pollard Live. Another thing we do best is listen to The Crowded House together. Do we? Yeah, we do. Let's do that, shall we? Here's Crowded House with Weather With You. I'll be right back with you, believe it or not, after this song here on Chris Pollard Live. Goodbye.
You're listening to Chris Pollard Live with extra sauce.
On Britain's sauciest online station, Durham On Air. Durham On Air.
And welcome back to Chris Pollard Live. It's Wednesday night, my dudes, and you know what that means. It's time for a real kick in the teeth for capitalism, consumerism, and corncob distribution warehouses. Batten down the hatches, folks. It's time to shake things up around here. There was Queens of the Stone Age with My God is the Sun, and My God have I just nearly made a mess. Crowded House came before that with Weather With You, and we've got 25 minutes left here of your Wednesday night Chris Pollard Live. It's time for us to get hand in hand once more to peruse those opportunities, services and local listings that you've provided this week on our County Durham Community Corkboard. Yes.
The County Durham Community Corkboard.
Set nearly fell on my head. Yes, welcome to the County Durham Chris Pollard Live Community Corkboard, your one-stop shop for everything you may need to succeed not only in life but in local weightlifting competitions. First up on your community corkboard tonight, Desperin Hubrick is now offering his hosepipe ban free. Hosepipe for public use. How is it hosepipe ban free? Well, his son is a cage fighter with a very, very bad temper. Try and turn that hosepipe off, a council worker. £10 per plant watered in his back garden. Bring them round and pay in cash only, or our Kenneth will kick your head in. Next up on the community corkboard, Joyce Remsgrove has been out there looking for anyone with a tow bar who can help her transport her 30-foot robotic manifestation of Leonard Rossiter. She says there's 50 quid and a good snog in a service station car park out there for anyone who can help out. No BMWs. She's made that quite clear because she's underlined it that many times. Not only is the scratch marks through the page, there's also blood underneath it. Although it may be a lovely dollop of raspberry jam. Finally, here on your community cookboard, your third posting, Lionel Pancakes has revealed his dial-a-rhythm service. Call me any time of any day, even Christmas Day, with any beats per minute, and be wowed and stunned as I produce a beat matching near your beats per minute live on call using only my mouth, body, or potentially percussive nearby instruments. Only £4 per call before 10 p.m. Anytime later than that is 6 p.m. per call. But this is due to the fact you may be lucky enough to hear me playing Good King Wenceslas on my wife's boob while she's asleep. Get in touch with Lionel Pancakes Dial-a-Rhythm if that sounds like something you might be interested in the near future. I know I'll be ringing tonight. But if not, you just sit there tight because the show is not quite over yet and the night is still young for those who go out and love to have fun. But before we go out and have fun, it's time to listen to The Folk Implosion with their 1997 tune, Insinuation. I hope you enjoy that, and I'll be right back after I participate in more illegal hermit crab related activities. Shh.
You're listening to Chris Pollard Live, paving the way for our nation's pickpockets.
Okie dokie, welcome back to the final part of tonight's Chris Pollard Live. Stapling the fridge magnet of truth to the lamppost of denial. Maybe. Still to come later on in our grand finale for tonight's programme, can I fit my entire head in a horse's mouth? No, but I'm going to try anyway. We have now time to give away your celebrity shopaholic answers. No one managed to get all three. We did have a couple that won two, but it means that our secret prize rolls over to next week, and it means I don't have to tell you what it is, and it saves me money for next week's show. Easy peasy. Our three celebrities on Celebrity Shopaholics Anonymous were, of course, Johannesburg Brimstone, Farrell Dialect, and star of Broadway, Juliet Crackpipe. Our big question tonight has also been won by every single listener who texted, tweeted, or emailed in, tipping me off to the possibility that my recent garden arsonist is indeed television personality Chris Tarrant. He looks more and more like the suspect with each passing second and every moment that I think about it. So you can all win tonight's grand prize, big question, big prize, which was of course the 30-day free trial to hot new streaming service, Lawn Mowing Classics Direct. As obviously you've all won this prize together. You'll have to share the account for this 30 days. So my plan is at the moment to start a WhatsApp group, and I'll make the account, I'll put in the username in there, I'll add you all together, and send you the username, the password, and a photo of me, au naturel, except for I'm balancing a couple of cherry bakewells on my head. It's time for your final slice tonight, as we find out who were last week's winners. First up in last week's winners, Danny Rosti was successful in his final trial of the 7 trials of Primula here on Chris Pollard Live. He bravely endured and finished the final flavour earlier this week. It was, of course, cheese and asbestos. Asbestos, come on man. He wins, of course, a trip to a nearby cheese factory of his choice, if they do tours, and if that tour costs under £7.50. Wilma also won last week. She didn't really. She guessed 48 in our mathematics mystery, and I'm very glad that she did, because she's an idiot, and I don't like her, and I always thought that she was a bit rubbish at maths. The answer, of course, was 48.1. Last week's winner of the Mathematics Meltdown was Dalton the Dale's very own Albert Stroganoff. I've sent him a copy of my passport. Finally, our final winner here on last week's winners, of course, was cow-faced dental assistant Eric Bumtweed. He managed to endure strong competition, but managed to overcome them all in last week's Mr. Hunt for Mr. Athlete's Foot 2023. His prize is a trip to any local shop that accepts Barclaycard, as long as he's got a Barclaycard and is willing to pay with his own Barclaycard. We are running swiftly out of time, so here's the Residents with Voodoo Doll. When we return, we say adieu. Okay. There was the Residents with Voodoo Doll. Wasn't that fantastic? Out of just nowhere towards the end of the programme. Man, I forgot how good that song was. That was actually really good. Fantastic. I always think the songs are really good. Why else would I play them here? But that one particularly, when I listened to it this morning, it didn't sound like that for some reason. Who knows why the reason behind that is, but what I do know the reason behind is why we've got to finish, and that's because it's nearly 11 o'clock and my show finishes at 11. So, it's time to end the show. Peace out, word to your nan's moustache, smell you later, peel a potato, never stop fighting, never stop peeling them potatoes. Here's the sound. I've missed you all. Sorry. But I'm back now, hopefully, properly this time.
Chris Pollard Live. Lemons, lemons, lemons.
But only on the remote. Ow, ow, ow.